welcome back to the Rookie Teacher. This is me, your Rookie Teacher Tania, and today we will continue to check the verb estar. So if you saw the other video, if you watched, I'm sorry, I have problems with those verbs. If you watched the other video, we talked about ser. Now let's continue with estar. Okay, so I already used the board, so I won't take a lot of time writing, but so with the verb estar we have a lot more uses, but right now I just went with these four basic uses. So when you master a little bit more, like when you already practice these ones, you can check the other uses, because there's a lot of technical stuff that is not for beginners, and then yeah, you'll get to it. But let's start with these ones. So in the first place, we use estar when we talk about mood. How are you? How do you feel? So está triste, sad. Está triste. Estamos emocionados, excited, okay? Emocionados, excited. And I also want to talk about, now that we are on this topic, this, emocionados, and then I'll tell you the other ones. We also use estar when we talk about relationship status. Están casados, married. Estoy soltera, single. Actually, that doesn't make me sad. That's woohoo! Okay. When we talk about appearance, so if you remember in the last video about ser, we can also talk about appearance. How do you look physically? The difference is when we say it with estar, because you can use actually both, like está delgado, skinny. Están quemados. When I mean quemados, okay, if we're talking about like burn, you're burned. When we talk about people, it's when you're, I don't know, you go to the beach and then you have a sunburn. So in that case, or something else is burned. The food. The food está quemada. La comida está quemada. Okay? Yes, so we can talk about appearance, and it's temporal to certain point. So this is a dilemma with ser or estar, because you can find another videos or just another resources where they say that ser is like something permanent and estar is something non-permanent, right? But that's not quite the explanation, but let's leave it like that for now, okay? And also when we talk about place, where are you? Está en casa. He or she is at home. Está en casa. Están en Japón. Okay, so we're talking about a place. I don't know. Where's the electronic department? Well, that was that British, or that was my Walmart version of a British accent. I don't know. So it's like, okay, the electronic department is on the 7th floor. Está en el séptimo piso. Está en. Okay, so when we talk about place. Alright, so this is basically the basics for estar. So now I will give you an exercise that I found that I think is really good for your practice, where you can compare ser and estar. Compare, yeah. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Emocionados, soltera, casados, quemados, delgado. Why? Because we can also say emocionadas, as, soltero, casadas, delgado, quemados, delgada, delgada, and quemadas. Okay, for example, quesadillas, las quesadillas están quemadas. So, I will erase everything. I know it was kind of short, that Estar explanation, but trust me, when you practice, you'll see. It's kind of a little bit more difficult, but you need to practice, okay? If you practice, you'll make perfect. Alright, so we are also talking about in the next video about descriptions and etc., like how to describe someone or something, but I will get into this. Yeah, like I will take this time to talk about it. When we are using adjectives, for example, adjectives, we have singular and plural, masculine and feminine, okay? So if it's singular, masculine would be o, the ending. If it's singular, feminine would be a, and if it's plural would be os, in most cases. And if it's feminine, as. Alright. So yeah, when we talk about adjectives, nouns also, and nouns. So you need to take this in consideration. For example, when I said, estoy casada. So, that's another thing with the verb estar, that sometimes it doesn't quite work by itself. You need something else. So, for example, I cannot say yo estoy. You are what? You need to tell me everything. And it also works like in English. I'm sad. You cannot say I am. Like you can say it, but you need context. So to have a full sentence, a complete sentence, you need to say how are you, the how, alright? So we can use adjectives. Estoy casado. I am married. So if it's a man who's talking, estoy casado. Do. If it's a woman, estoy casada. And okay, if for example, well, nowadays there's also the equal marriage. So maybe if two women are married, well, they are married, están casadas. Or for example, it's just a bunch of girls that are married already, no? They are girlfriends and they are in a lunch. No, ellas están casadas. All of them have a husband. The same with masculine. So maybe you will find also people who use this a. This is not really official yet. If you want my opinion, I don't know if you want it, but maybe this will be a reality in the future. I don't know for like how long. How long will it take? Maybe 5 years, 10 years. I don't know, to be honest. Language is like a slow evolution, but there's people that already use this, right? Like for example, So we have the word niños, okay? Boys or girls, children. Children. But, so, here's where the problem begins. Oh, we use O for masculine, okay? For masculine. But it doesn't always mean masculine. For example, if I have, like a girl, another girl, and I want to talk about these two girls, niñas, as, okay, feminine, niñas. Las niñas están felices. They are happy. But what happens when now there's a boy? I don't know how to draw a boy, so a boy. Then, to include everyone, we would use this. Niños. Los niños juegan. Or los niños están felices. But here's the thing. So the dilemma basically is like, this is masculine and it's talking about men, and why is not feminine, and why don't we use something more inclusive? So people are, using this. So instead of niños, they use niñes. Okay? To be honest, so this has a lot of background. I'm not getting into it. I don't really agree with this. But at the end of the day, you can talk the way you want. This is what is official. This is not yet official, but still a lot of people use it. So just in case you see this, like, they can use this, or sometimes they use an X, like this. But you cannot really pronounce this, so you can only use it while writing. I wouldn't recommend you to use this if you are like learning Spanish to, I don't know, something more official, like for a work or something like that. I wouldn't recommend use this. None of this. But just so you know. So it's just a heads up. Alright, and as you can see, so these are like the endings of the words, the adjectives or nouns. And also we have articles. So in English it's just the and an, depending on the vowel. But in Spanish we have, I'll put it here, so these are endings. And articles, same thing, singular, plural, masculine and feminine. So singular, masculine, el, feminine, la. Plural, los, plural, los, feminine, las. This is the basic. We have another one that is like a neutral, but I'm not gonna teach you that today because, again, that'll be a lot of information. So this is enough. The articles go before a noun, like dog, el perro. Okay, so these are completely the name of these articles because we have another ones. There's a lot of articles, I know. Okay, articles. This is still articles. I'll put the name here when I remember. Sorry. But the thing is that So for example, we use these articles when we talk about something that we know. For example, this is a board, right? Pizarrón. This is a pizarrón. So you know it. You've been with me for some videos. So this is el pizarrón. El pizarrón. But if I'm talking about any other board, like it doesn't matter which board it is, I'm saying, oh, I want a board. Quiero un pizarrón. Which one? I don't know. I don't care. I just need un pizarrón. Right? But if I say el, I don't know, maybe the one I want is like, you know, something really fancy. So, quiero el pizarrón, which the board. El pizarrón. So that's how articles work. But don't forget, this is also very important. So you need to, these need to have, they need to match what we're talking about. Like, if the noun is feminine, like niñas, you cannot say niñas bonitas. Bonitos, sorry, niñas bonitos. No, it doesn't work. Niñas, feminine, bonitas. And it's the same, plural, feminine, plural, feminine. Okay? I really hope I didn't, twist things. But I hope this worked. And I'm gonna end the video here. If you have any question, then maybe you will. In this case, please let me know. And I'm gonna give you one exercise so you can practice ser versus estar. Alright? And I will also put the answers so you can check them. So I really hope this worked for you, this was helpful, and don't forget to follow me, subscribe on this channel, follow me on Instagram at @therookieteacher_, and on Spotify podcast. That is also the exact same username. And I also forgot that I have a Facebook. Yeah, so you can go follow me there. You can actually communicate better over there. Like if you want to send me a message, you can do it. DM me. Yes, so anyways, I will see you on the next video. Adiós. Nos vemos.